And then you go into Ohio State on a 5-game losing streak. And you were playing a team that is red hot. They were 8-1, only lost to A&M. And you get down early. And at some point, you're down 18 points in the second half. And then you come back. All the way back. And then with a minute remaining, Ace Baldwin hits the huge 3 to take the lead. That was one of his first baskets of the game. Baldwin only scored 9 points in this one. He was 0 for 4 from 3 before making that shot. So he was 1 for 5 on the day. He did have 3 steals, 5 assists. He played well. But the fact that Ace went only 4 for 11 from the field and didn't get to the free throw line, it's concerning. But he played the most minutes on this team, and it's clear that he needs to be out there. And then the other thing that's a huge key with this Ohio State game is the lineups. You have a lineup that clearly worked, and you have a lineup that clearly didn't. And the lineup that did work was Ace Baldwin, Kanye Clary, Zach Hicks, Qudus Wahab, and Leo Boyle. That was the key lineup right there. And Leo was the interesting one because he's struggled a lot this season. I've singled him out on my show several times in the last few weeks that he has just been bad. And he couldn't make a shot. It seemed like he was not confident. He was a revolving door on defense. And something this game just flipped in his head. And he was able to fix that. He went 4 for 5 from 3 today. His shot looked really good and confident. And his defense was very strong as well. Leo, he had 1 steal, but it sure felt like he had more than that. So I think somebody else must have gotten a couple credit for some of his steals because his defense was fantastic. And he had 15 points in this game. Very, very dominant performance from him. And then you add DeMarco Dunn as the 6th man in this lineup. So I expect that to be the main rotation going forward. The one with Baldwin, Clary, Hicks, Wahab, O'Boyle, and DeMarco Dunn. And I expect that because unless Puff Johnson and Nick Kern start playing way better, I just don't understand how you can put Kern and Johnson on the floor. Johnson and Kern combined for 3 points, 3 turnovers, and 6 fouls in 33 minutes on the floor. Every time they were out there, Ohio State dominated us. And every time they were on the bench, we dominated Ohio State. And I just don't know how, if you're Coach Rhodes or just a fan of this basketball team, you don't see them as a liability right now, because they are. And so I think if you're Penn State and you want to be successful down the road, you got to say, I know Puff Johnson and Nick Kern are supposed to be really good players, but if they're not producing for me on the court, and I have these other guys that are producing for me on the court, like O'Boyle and DeMarco Dunn, then I think you have to put those other guys in. Because at some point, you can't accept losing. You lose 5 games in a row, you have to say, we got to change something up. And when you change something up and it works, then you got to stick with it.